Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Tuesday, January 5th at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time by Zeno Reader. There are 733 headlines from 108 things we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. A major grocery store called its workers first responders early in the pandemic. Now, it's making the strategic decision to ditch in-house delivery in favor of contractors. Los Angeles County orders ambulance crews to conserve oxygen as it deals with a 905% increase in COVID-19 cases. After getting vaccinated, New Orleans woman delivers a blunt message to non-believers. Trump says he'll fight like hell to hold on to presidency. Mexican fisherman dies after attack on Sea Shepherd conservationists. Trump's smoking gun tape is worse than Nixon's, but congressional Republicans have less incentive to do anything about it. After urging people to stay home, Mexico's coronavirus czar takes a maskless beach vacation. Congresswoman wears hanbok at swearing-in ceremony, honors Korean immigrant mom. Proud Boys leader arrested in Washington, D.C. ahead of election protests. Wrong number draws mistaken calls, ire from Trump supporters. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. South Korea sends anti-piracy unit to Persian Gulf after Iran seizes tanker, CNN. Amid a devastating COVID-19 surge, Los Angeles County ambulance crews told not to transport patients with little chance of survival, CNN. History of vice presidents counting electoral votes in Congress, NPR. Proud Boys leader arrested for allegedly burning Black Lives Matter banner at D.C. church, CNN. Qatar ruler lands in Saudi Arabia for summit to end blockade, the Associated Press. Tanya Roberts' partner speaks out after actress death falsely reported, hit Cedars-Sinai, Fox News. Harry Styles fans defend singer after Olivia Wilde dating rumors, Capitol. Here's what happens if you own a share of a Chinese company that gets delisted, CNBC. Mexico's coronavirus czar faces backlash after beach trip, Fox News. Volatility in U.S. stocks jumps as investors brace for Senate blue sweep, Reuters. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Hypocrisy on full display, CNN shows Ted Cruz's remarkable flip-flop on Trump. 34 funny tweets about the reasons couples have gotten mad at each other. Why are clean beauty products more expensive? Biden considering lawyer who defended big oil in climate suits for Solicitor General. Unpacking the twists and turns of promising young woman. 12 of the best-tasting non-alcoholic drinks to try now. Washington, D.C., mayor calls in National Guard ahead of pro-Trump protests. Colbert obtains audio of Trump's failed Georgia calls. Ivanka Trump's weird tweet about her dad leaves Twitter users mystified. Pharmacist accused of ruining vaccine doses thought it would alter DNA, prosecutor says. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Bar vandalized after opening against NIA order. Doctors use laser treatment to help COVID patients. Son remembers fireman that died of COVID-19. Two shot, killed in car outside Christian Academy. Cops allege attorney drove drunk with kids in car. Home security camera shows house explosion. Deputy nabs woman, claims she hid in ceiling. White bison new attraction at park. People vent 2020 frustration by smashing stuff with sledgehammer. Child injured in fire at home daycare. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Can New York speed up the vaccine rollout? Business updates, New York Exchange halts plan to delist Chinese firms. Global vaccination efforts roll out slower than promised. A simple way to end questionable stock trading by lawmakers. Got a confidential news tip? Is the vaccine halal? Indonesians await the answer. The Georgia runoffs, Part 2, I have zero confidence in my vote. What Republicans might gain if they lose Georgia. Are we the cows of the future? We've heard from screaming chefs, but what about their workers? The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Senator Tom Tillis, Georgia Senate runoffs, sends Perdue, Loeffler back to D.C., sends Pelosi, Schumer a message. Ingrid Bergman's grandson recalls growing up with the Casablanca star, how she endured romantic scandal. Kelly Loeffler plans objection to at least one state's presidential election result, source. Live updates, Georgia Senate runoff voting hours away. Cleaning crew mistake allowed Portland attempted murder suspect to escape from holding cell, police say. Los Angeles County ambulance crews told to ration oxygen amid surge in COVID-19 cases, report. Hawley says Antifa scumbags threatened his family at their home in D.C. Trump's damaging Georgia call isn't media unfairness, it's his own words. Tanya Roberts' partner speaks out after actress death falsely reported, hit Cedars-Sinai. Mexico's coronavirus czar faces backlash after beach trip. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Tuesday, January 5th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Stimulus check latest, is a third payment in your future? It's time for us patriots to rise up. Bar owner leads rally to protest possible 5-year liquor license loss over indoor service. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Rishi Sunak unveils $4.6 billion of new bailouts for lockdown-stricken businesses. Jessie Cave reveals her son Abraham, 3 months, is being treated for coronavirus in hospital. Middle-aged couple welcome triplets into the world after 4 miscarriages. Schools could stay shut after February half-term. Michael Gove warns March is the earliest lockdown can start to be eased. Ghost Town Britain, commuting city workers shun the office as new lockdown is announced. Iman admits she gets lonely in the countryside but says she'll never remarry after Bowie's death. Has Britain got any chance of vaccinating 13M by mid-February? The Walking Dead Samantha Morton is rushed to hospital as she pleads with fans to wear a mask. FBI located Ghislaine Maxwell by obtaining warrant to track her cell phone data. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Explainer, Biden's Iran problem is getting worse by the day. The awkward timing of Europe's deal with China. Troubled Afghan-Taliban peace talks resume amid violence, accusations. Death of Chinese tech worker fuels anger over brutal hours. Hong Kong's top judge cautious on calls for judicial reform. Zimbabwean teen teaches taekwondo to fight child marriage. An orchard of bad apples weighs on new Afghan peace talks. Iran begins enriching uranium to 20% in new breach of nuclear deal. The world in 2030 may be worse than in 2020. UN chief recommends Libya ceasefire monitors based insert. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Trump is trying to thwart the democracy itself, but the problem is deeper than one man. David Daley. All eyes on Georgia as vote for the Senate begins first thing. UK stocks rise as businesses promise extra 4.6 billion in lockdown support, Business Live. Trump auctions Arctic refuge to oil drillers in last strike against U.S. wilderness. Where is Jack Ma, Chinese tycoon not seen since October? China moves to punish lawyers who helped Hong Kong activists. There's chunks of wisdom, how the Karate Kid launched MMA careers. A lifetime of torture, the story of the only woman on U.S. federal death row. Argentina legalizing abortion is a victory for women over the abuse of political power. Giselle Carino. Emma McKee, you'd have to be a sociopath to want to be a celebrity. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Georgia runoffs, the last races of 2020, to decide control of the Senate. Defense Secretary's letter warning Trump was signed by all in only 2 days. Loyal soldier Pence torn between Trump, Constitution. Iran starts 20% uranium enrichment, seizes tanker in Strait. Trump directed that Navy carrier return to Middle East. Man allegedly pulls gun over lack of masks at fitness club. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Qatar crisis, Gulf leaders expected to end embargo at summit. Georgia Senate election, control of Congress up for grabs. Singapore reveals COVID privacy data available to police. Australian advert of man eating bat sandwich investigated. South Korea calls for release of tanker seized by Iran. COVID, Japan's top sumo wrestler infected with coronavirus. Georgia Senate, I've never seen this energy before. Cyclone Imogen, downgraded storm brings flood warnings to Queensland. Proud Boys leader held for burning Black Lives Matter flag. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. On this day, January 5, 2004. First came suffrage, then came the women of the Ku Klux Klan. Trump's judicial appointments will impact LGBTQ rights far beyond presidency, group says. Coronavirus updates. FDA says not enough data to change vaccine dosage. Mexico okays AstraZeneca vaccine. Mask protests continue. Kamala Harris, we are going to be inaugurated. A new doc takes a look at Tiger Woods' rise and fall. AP Top Stories January 5th. Coronavirus updates, premature to change COVID-19 vaccine dosing, FDA says, New York reports first case of more contagious virus strain. Nation's capital braces for violence as extremist groups converge to protest Donald Trump's election loss. Trump, we'll fight like hell to keep White House. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. California posts another single-day record for new coronavirus cases, 74,000. Nicola Hanna, U.S. Attorney in Los Angeles, to step down. It's freezer kaput. This NorCal hospital had 2 hours to give out 600 vaccine shots. Sandra Hutchins, first female OC sheriff, dies after long battle with breast cancer. L.A. County's homeless coordinator to step down. Appeals court signals it may block some California COVID-19 church restrictions. Former California campaign watchdog files dark money complaint in Newsom recall effort. Pioneering hip surgeon Lawrence Dorr, founder of Operation Walk, dies. Despite layoff threat, Los Angeles Police Department officers reject plan to raise $10 million for union war chest. Pink's Hot Dogs shutters original stand amid coronavirus spike. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Tuesday, January 5th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Iran issues Interpol arrest request for President Trump over top military assassination. Humanitarian aid workers who fathers children abroad tracked down using DNA. CNBC, Olipita founder Jack Ma is laying low for the time being, but he's not missing. Renewable sources overtook fossil fuels in German power production last year. Germany has reduced its total GHG emissions by about 42% over 1990 levels, overshooting its original 2020 target. UK teacher COVID rates up to 333% above average. Egypt, entire intensive care unit war dies after oxygen supply fails. Iran submits request for Interpol to arrest Trump and 47 U.S. officials. Former chairman of one of China's largest state-controlled asset management firms sentenced to death Tuesday for soliciting $260 million in bribes, corruption and bigamy. Li Xiamen, former Communist Party member, gave detailed confession on state broadcaster CCTV in January 2020. Conspiracy theorists share schematic for 5G chip they claim is implanted in COVID-19 vaccines, only it's actually for the boss metal zone. Jack Ma and other billionaires go missing in China after criticizing government. Pakistani court bans virginity tests for sexual assault victims. Child predators to be chemically castrated under Indonesian new regulation. Avian flu confirmed, 1,800 migratory birds found dead in Himachal, India. Chinese cities reportedly go dark as country faces shortage of coal, a major Australian export. The next headlines are from Forbes. Proud Boys leader raises over $80,000 for legal defense in 24 hours after arrest. Camp now to host Spanish Women's League match for the first time. 7 food and lifestyle trends that will define 2021. How Traeger Grills relaunched a 26-year-old business. Startup Biden hopes to be saved by iPhone maker, Foxconn. Harry Styles, Billie Eilish, Ed Sheeran and Pop Smoke, the 10 biggest albums in the UK of 2020. Senator Hawley says Antifa scumbags threatened his family at his home, the protesters describe it differently. With another loss, the Toronto Raptors are experiencing a shocking fall from grace. Anthrax guitarist thanks 1980s social justice warriors. Braced for WandaVision to be the weirdest possible intro to Disney Plus's MCU. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Rethinking travel in a post-pandemic world. Travails of an intrepid platypus counter. Europe's Green Deal and carbon dioxide removal. Revering World Heritage human remains with closed window on Darkhanchi past. Beyond past due, data to guide U.S. school reopenings. Africa's reforestation, European Union and United States should step up. Optimizing public services after COVID. COVID research updates. A vaccine works quickly to ward off COVID-19. Lambda quantization in highly mobile fermions in an insulator. Brilliant X-rays reveal what might be a new type of star. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,677,422,041 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Wondery launches Even the Rich, Paris Hilton podcast. Watch Maren Morris perform her protest song, Better Than We Found It, on Colbert. Bean Dad and indie musician John Roderick apologizes for controversy, past racist tweets. Sanpa, Sins of the Savior producers ramp up projects on Vittorio De Sica, Italy's national scandals exclusive. The White Tiger Review, Ramin Barani's absorbing tale of an Indian servant on the rise is like Slumdog Millionaire with more reality. UK music targets summer return for $1.7 billion live music industry, Global Bulletin. CBS News names Ingrid Cyprian Matthews to oversee Washington Bureau. Malaysia Film Festival ships online with newbie. Vietnam gives reporters decades-long jail sentences. Ashley Banfield to host nightly talk show for WGN America exclusive. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Georgia Senate runoffs to determine which party controls chamber. Congress and COVID-19, members' cases and quarantines. Some healthcare workers say they are forgotten in COVID-19 vaccination plans. New York Stock Exchange will not delist 3 Chinese telecoms Trump administration wanted removed. Coronavirus world map, tracking the spread of the outbreak. Coronavirus is surging, how severe is your state's outbreak? Is the pandemic causing a surge in female genital mutilation? Trump appointed U.S. attorney in Georgia resigns. Definitely a civil war, Trump's demands splinter GOP ahead of Georgia vote. Objecting to electoral votes in Congress recalls bitter moments in history. The following headlines are from The Week. Trump administration reportedly passes over career prosecutor to replace Atlanta U.S. attorney who abruptly resigned. Chinese billionaire Jack Ma reportedly lying low, not missing. Millions of Americans are waiting months to get unemployment checks, some have been sidelined since March. FDA rejects potential changes to COVID-19 vaccine regimen. Census apportionment data won't be ready before Trump leaves office, Justice Department official confirms. Alex Trebek calls on viewers to help build a gentler, kinder society in moving posthumous message. The Daily Business Briefing, January 5, 2021. Trump evidently thinks Pence can still hand him the election. That's very awkward for Pence. 10 things you need to know today, January 5, 2021. Are we witnessing the fall of the United States? The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Sheldon Adelson bets big on Texas casinos. Teens for a Green New Deal. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. What everyone gets wrong about Newton's apple. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Astronomers discover hundreds of high-velocity stars, many on their way out of the Milky Way. These are the news headlines for today, Tuesday, January 5th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Last quarter moon and Spica mornings of January 6th and 7th. Meet Pit Ranger, tiny rover designed to probe the lunar underworld. Happy birthday to Isaac Newton. The next news is from Politico. Badasses in their own right, meet the fresh women of Congress. Boris Johnson orders England to stay at home, again. South African coronavirus variant, what we know so far. Biden to tap more Obama vets to fill key national security roles. Trump replaces U.S. attorney in Atlanta. Iranian forces storm South Korean tanker. Senate in the balance, how Georgia's runoffs break down. Trump's electoral college scheme divides 2024 GOP successors. Biden transition hoping for victory but bracing for defeat in Georgia. How Biden's dream of fighting income inequality runs through Georgia. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. China sentences former bank chief to death in rare move. Denmark offers homeowners 20-year loans at a fixed interest rate of 0. 2 children dead, 3 people injured in alleged hit and run in NSW Central West. I swear it's a sign. Don't get too smug, a style voter suppression could happen here too. Trump's final follies reveal electoral deficiencies in the U.S. Big money and endless acrimony, family court reform to rein in dreadful litigants, lawyers. Australia has become an island of sporting paradise in 2021. Outsourcing expertise, private consultant paid $5.50 for stamp duty reform. Chef Guillaume Brahimi joins Crown Sydney as culinary ambassador. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Market Extra, corporate debt boom resumes as 2021 kicks off. Electric car sales jump to record 54% market share in Norway in 2020 but Tesla loses top spot. Busiest month on record for UK grocers as champagne and salmon boost Amazon partner Morrison's. Keywords, no, Trump cannot play golf in Scotland on Inauguration Day, Nicola Sturgeon says. Europe hopes next COVID stimulus will be the last. Why France's blundering COVID vaccination campaign is seen as a Macron fiasco and failure of ruling elites. Capital Report, Georgia voters head to polls in pivotal runoffs, but it may be a long wait until winners are known. Need to know, if 2020 was a year to buy the rumor, maybe 2021 is time to sell the news, veteran newsletter writer says. Businesses thrown $6.2 billion lifeline to cope with latest UK lockdown. Market snapshot, Dow erases keen and choppy session as investors turn focus to Georgia Senate runoffs. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Guard Act raises Series B and names Bob Mylod to board of directors, PR Newswire. Waiver under the TRIPS agreement amid COVID-19, coronavirus, COVID-19, India, Mondak News alerts. Emirates Post will distribute Elida.net's electronic signature and notification services in United Arab Emirates, PR Newswire UK. Paul Foot novel solutions to a stale packaging problem, Packaging News. Copyright application for change in particulars online, intellectual property, India, Mondak News alerts. Soseki hectares to regain worldwide rights to muscarinic agonist programs, Biospace. Curious case of flip-flop in divisional patent application, Lixology. China provides international companies strong IP protection, intellectual property, China, Mondak News alerts. American Axle pleads with justices for eligibility clarity, Law 360. Inventors urge justices to restore patent balance in Arthrex, Law 360. The next headlines are from Quartz. A tech employee's death has unleashed China's anger towards its work culture. Digital nomads show us how remote workers can find community. In just one day, India's vaccine somehow gained approval to fight the new coronavirus strain. India's internet shutdowns cost its economy nearly $3 billion in 2020. Indian stock markets just had a roller coaster year, and 2021 won't be easy either. An Africa unconstrained by a self-fulfilling debt narrative will rebound after COVID. The world needs room temperature COVID-19 vaccines. January 3rd was the busiest day for air travel in the U.S. since the pandemic began. A new Google union is taking the unusual step of including contractors as members. The U.S. finally removed the most important tool of global criminals. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Lawmakers complain about Comcast's BS expanded usage caps. Hong Kong court revokes bail for Jimmy Lai after deciding it didn't interpret vague national security law vaguely enough. 7 years ago, CERN gave open access a huge boost, now it's doing the same for open data. Obscure analytics tool helps cops make sense of all that location data they're grabbing without a warrant. Judge refuses to extradite Julian Assange, citing U.S. prison conditions and Assange's mental health. How smart software and AI help networks thrive for consumers during the pandemic. Malware merchant NSO Group caught leaving harvested location data exposed. Daily Deal, the ultimate Python and artificial intelligence bundle. 60 Minutes episode is pure misleading moral panic about Section 230, blames unrelated issues on it. FCC takes a break from not caring about consumers to hassle some landlords over pirate radio. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Askew. Stock market. Alex Trebek. Emma Stone. Jennifer Lopez. Redskins. Liverpool. Indianapolis Colts. TurboTax. Olivia Wilde. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Researchers warn of brain damage from coronavirus infection after finding stroke-like complications in COVID victims. Stop it now, fears for season after Premier League reveals positive COVID-19 tests soar to record 40 as UK enters lockdown again. Josh Hawley slams Antifa scumbags who surrounded his home with family inside during vigil over refusal to certify Biden win. Cold War-era Russian nuclear trains could be on track to make return, expert says, sparking fresh fears of confrontation with U.S. COVID-19 pandemic leaves New Year's tuna auction in Tokyo with no jaw-dropping bidding war and costly purchases. It helps solve murder. Singapore government defends giving police access to COVID-19 contract tracing app data. Parts of the UK could be overwhelmed by COVID-19 in 2 or 3 weeks, Liverpool mayor warns. Conspiracy theorist pharmacist who sabotaged COVID-19 vaccines claims they're not safe for people and could change their DNA. Sturgeon warns Trump against any surprise golf trips to Scotland, says it's not essential under COVID rules. PSG told me they will make a great team with me and Messi. Real Madrid ace Sergio Ramos stokes rumor Messi rejects new deal. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Iran demands South Korea unfreeze $7 billion in assets while it detains tanker crew. WTI hits $50 as OPEC agrees on modest output increase for Russia, Kazakhstan. Antifa scumbags terrorize Senator Hawley's wife and newborn daughter after showing up to D.C. House. S&P 500 is trading at historical extremes. It's not the winning, it's the not losing that counts. This is the false signal that sent some manufacturing unexpectedly soaring in December. Peter Schiff, are global financial markets beginning to decouple? Washington, D.C. bans guns, calls up National Guard ahead of pro-Trump election protests. Former Goldman exec, Trump advisor Gary Cohn joins IBM as vice chairman. Rabobank, here's how we could be stuck with COVID forever. Brace for another volatile day. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Gojek and Tokopedia poised for $18 billion blockbuster merger. UK PM Johnson cancels India visit amid COVID crisis. Georgia runoffs throw spotlight on state's economic recovery. Wisconsin city braces for protest of charging decision looms. After extradition win, Assange team seeks bail for whistleblower. COVID hit Italy gripped by political crisis. Gulf states sign solidarity and stability deal at GCC summit. Extortion from families of disappeared funded Syria Gov. Report. Central African Republic President Ouattara re-elected. In pictures, Iran's military holds first ever drone drill. The next headlines are from Breitbart. China rising, New York Stock Exchange withdraws plans to delist 3 Chinese telcos. Rep. Richard Hudson introduces national concealed carry reciprocity. Democrats aim to suppress Trump voters as last-ditch effort in Georgia as Biden braces for losses. Wisconsin governor deploys 500 National Guard in Kenosha for Jacob Blake decision. Report, Joe Biden advisors privately skeptical of chances in Georgia runoff election. Greek church rebels and rejects government lockdown measures. It's official, Democrats pass sexless speech codes for House of Representatives. Setback for the free world, EU trade deal with communist China draws harsh criticism. Islamic State gunmen kill 11 coal miners in Pakistan. Farage, there won't be a European Union in 10 years' time. The next headlines are from UPI News. Jeweler breaks record with 12,638 diamonds set in one ring. Man wins $2 million with lottery numbers from a movie. Look, wildlife officer rescues elk tangled in lawn chair. Massachusetts man's classroom returned to him after nearly 50 years. Sword stolen from Massachusetts statue returned 40 years later. Look, Michigan business installs ice shanties for outdoor dining. Watch, monolith appears next to hiking trail at Wisconsin park. Escaped hamster braves freezing temperatures to get to candy store. Watch, Idaho man completes 1,507 juggling catches in 3 minutes for world record. The next headlines are from Audi, Strange and Bizarre Things. 10 most ridiculous Bond girls of all time. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. 400 families woke up on Christmas to $250 gift card left outside with a poem, anonymous gifts totaling $100,000. If overly anxious or depressed, study shows that focus on past successes can improve judgment. Sean Diddy Combs provides COVID relief, handing out cash and gift cards in Miami. This man has been making intricate art using only leaves and the results are stunning. Photographer captures picture of stunning icefall phenomenon on Finnish beach. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Tuesday, January 5th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Ex-chairman of China Huarong Asset Management sentenced to death. Pharmacist accused of spoiling COVID-19 vaccine believed it would change people's DNA, officials say. Michigan business installs ice shanties for outdoor dining. Florida man rides airboat on neighborhood streets, deputies say. The Great Gatsby enters the public domain, and the people want a Muppets version. Cowbird catcher could help reduce methane emissions by 60%. Florida is using Eventbrite for COVID-19 vaccine slots and it's not going well. Squatters issue death threats to archaeologist who discovered oldest city in the Americas. German pilot makes point with syringe in the sky. A 33-meter reinforced concrete vagina has sparked a Bolsonarian backlash in Brazil, with supporters of the country's far-right president clashing with left-wing art admirers over the installation. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. A beginner's guide to data visualization with Python and Seaborn. Scottish trainee acts to convert an old locomotive to hydrogen power. Watch this amazing AI-enhanced montage of Lumiere films, historians will hate it though. The deep dive into running an cloud network can open up six-figure job opportunities this year. A1 Plus fitness tracker is on the way. Here's what we know. The MG Electric Coupe is the British brand's first desirable car in decades. Here are the 6 most exciting space missions of 2021. This Mac app lets you copy-paste texts from images. New radio signal excited alien hunters, but scientists are still skeptical. Affordable EVs will be the catalyst for a decade-long shift to electric cars. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Bedside EEG test can aid prognosis in unresponsive brain injury patients. Using solar energy and agriculture to limit climate change, assist rural communities. Neither liquid nor solid. Viewing upper gastrointestinal cancers in a new light. Making therapeutic sense of antisense oligonucleotides. Catalyst transforms plastic waste to valuable ingredients at low temperature. Integrator, a guardian of the human transcriptome. Deep neural network predicts transcription factors. New imaging method reveals if antibiotics reach bacteria hiding in tissues. How plants adapt their root growth to changes of nutrients. The next headlines are from Information Week. 8 work-from-home experiences we didn't expect last year. Redefining the business analyst role. 2021 Outlook, tackling cloud transformation choices. Overcoming challenges of securing cloud-native applications. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Tuesday, January 5th from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA to air departure of upgraded SpaceX Cargo Dragon from space station. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Bayou's Aaron Roderick is promoted to offensive coordinator. 11 things New York Times critics are looking forward to in 2021. Letter, don't politicize the criminal justice system. Letter, the primary threats to our free country. Letter, wildlife and agriculture can coexist. Letter, Gary Herbert made 2 big mistakes. Letter, Trump reminds me of the strutting partridge. Letter, vaccinate at-risk populations next. Utah lawmakers will try again to wipe out the need for a permit to carry a concealed gun. Mayor Jenny Wilson and 3 new Salt Lake County Council members sworn into office. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. EPA finalizes rule limiting research used for public health, environmental policy. UK scientists worry vaccines may not protect against South African coronavirus variant. Whole Foods CEO John McKee, the best solution is to not need health care and for Americans to change how they eat and live. Linus Torf American League Division Series rails at Intel for killing the ECC industry. Forgotten PS1 game Magic Castle finally emerges 2 decades later. Astronomers agree, universe is nearly 14 billion years old. Ukraine government picks Stellar to help build national digital currency. Uber wasted $100 million on useless digital ad campaigns. Discovery Plus launches today. Quibi reportedly in talks to sell its shows to Roku. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Police need help identifying people suspected of charging $20,000 to stolen credit cards. Featured job, music teachers wanted. Multiple I-44 eastbound lanes closed Tuesday night near I-270. Coyote got past 6-foot fence before killing dog, Illinois family says. Seeing wrong account number for your stimulus check, H&R Block says, don't worry. Madison County offering COVID-19 vaccination registration survey. Vehicle fire in Hamilton Heights, body found inside. Nearly $1 billion on the line in 2 giant lottery jackpots. 2 political newcomers added to St. Louis City mayoral race. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Car crashes into home. Suspect in series of sex assaults arrested in North County. Carlsbad considers additional enforcement of health orders. Butterfly Farms founder remembered as passionate. How Congress will count the Electoral College votes on Wednesday. Encinitas businesses start to comply with health order after warning. Proud Boys leader arrested, accused of burning church banner. In 2020, Tijuana reached grim milestone, 2,000 murders. Southwest launches $29 flight sale. County reports 3,013 new COVID-19 infections, 6 more deaths. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. Minnesota gym owner used hidden cam to spy on woman, lawsuit alleges. 2022 Audi A8 spy photos show boulder front fascia. Court upholds life sentence for Iowa coach who abused teens. Judge orders prosecutors to turn over a KCPD report in Kyler Yust case before the end of the month. CIA's new recruitment website aims to diversify spy agency. Is mystery unmanned vessel really a Chinese spy? Reach your fitness goals and save up to $50 with the latest Fitbit deals at Amazon. 2021 forecast, pandemic apart, future threats are here to stay. Worldwide GPS tracker industry to 2024, key drivers, challenges and trends, researchandmarkets.com. TV buses to be punished after Vladimir Putin was beheaded by a glitch. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Israel and Greece sign biggest defense agreement. German Army awards contract to Rheinmetall to supply additional heavy tractor trailers. Spanish Army awards contract to Escribano for multi-platform swarm system. Australia is set to acquire 2 more P-8A Poseidon surveillance aircraft. Boeing received $21.6 million for support conversion of Saudi F-15S fighters. Lockheed Martin adds $4.9 for 3 next-generation geosynchronous space vehicles. Saab receives new contract for 2 global airborne surveillance systems. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. Did the EU rush into the China investment deal before the 2020 deadline? China ramps up COVID-19 vaccinations, approves Sinopharm shot. Box office 2020, China tops world, even though ticket sales were down 70%. Who isn't trading life for money, asks Bindu Audio after overworked employee dies. Putting China back on track, Zhang Jian'ai, father of China's railroad. China sports in 2020, and what to expect in 2021. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Tuesday, January 5th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. First person in U.S. to receive coronavirus vaccine gets final dose. Postal delivery delays persist after holiday season rush. Tanya Roberts' death confirmed after initial announcement mix-up, report. COVID vaccine, just 1% of Californians immunized as deaths climb. Coast Guard warns of continuing dangerous waves after Bay Area tragedy. Election day is here, Georgia runoff to decide who controls Senate. Drug makers raise prices of 500 U.S. drugs in 2021. Despite new law, advocates say it's harder to get homeless in SF shelter-in-place hotels. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Gulf Arab leaders sign declaration with Qatar to ease rift. One good thing, theft leads to community giving in Miami. U.S. stocks push higher, recover some of their sharp losses. Prosecutor, Wisconsin pharmacist thought vaccine was unsafe. Illinois Secretary of State Driver Services facilities reopen statewide today. Federal lawsuit alleges Antioch unlawfully recorded non-emergency calls. Is a tax increase on the agenda in Springfield? Decision to A in Georgia with Senate majority at stake. Kenosha braces for protest of charging decision looms in Jacob Blake shooting. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. More rain, mountain snow and river flooding on the way for western Washington. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Argentina. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Peru. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Spain, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in China, India, Nepal, Pakistan. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iran, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Tuesday, January 5th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Teen who died of COVID-19 had no health issues, family says. First college basketball game with both teams wearing masks set for today. Georgia runoff election, Biden, Trump warn of high stakes with Senate majority at stake. Man killed, woman injured in shooting with Buskin PD officers. H&R Block customers frustrated over problems getting stimulus money. Owner of beloved candy house shop in the Woodlands dies. Kenosha braces for protest of charging decision in Jacob Blake case looms. Anti-mask protesters try to force way into stores at mall caught on camera. Target recalls infant rompers, swimsuits due to choking hazard. What's happening to the flu? Doctors explain impact of COVID-19 precautions in California. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Amazon buys 11 jets for first time to ship orders faster. Portugal leads drive for EU consensus on migration policy. Column, major shots, and shots special 2 major champions. U.S. factories grew in December at fastest pace since mid-2018. U.S. attorney in Eastern Virginia announces resignation. Mercury forecast to dip to 5 degrees in northern Taiwan. Venezuela socialists take control of once defiant Congress. Teen charged in Wisconsin protest shootings has plea hearing. Pakistani court orders rebuilding of destroyed Hindu temple. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Early edition, FDA warns against stretching vaccine doses. At least 5 women assaulted at Morgan Avenue subway station since November. Opponents of Lower Manhattan Towers would prefer a toe pound instead. The Best of Bushburg, a seamless guide to Williamsburg and Bushwick. Extra extra, a 26-minute oral history video on Papa Roach's last resort, you say? Weeks-long website outage makes it harder for Rikers Island detainees to post bail. First case of UK COVID-19 variant found in New York State. Hit-and-run driver kills 4-year-old, critically injures 6-year-old in Bensonhurst. After slow start to vaccine rollout, de Blasio says now it's time to sprint. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. The next headlines are from Observer.com. Prince William and Kate Middleton are staying at Anmer Hall during lockdown. Wonder Woman 1984 and Hamilton were the biggest films of 2020. As new COVID-19 strain attacks South Africa, vaccine experts are incredibly worried. A Spanish research team has attributed a recently found canvas to El Greco. The $100 billion future of NFL on TV is in flux. The Metropolitan Opera goes intimate for an online New Year's Eve gala. SpaceX will launch its first 2021 mission this week, with many milestones to come. Queen Elizabeth personally rejected Prince Harry's Remembrance Day request. Did the Wonder Woman 1984 gamble pay off for HBO Max? A huge concrete vagina sculpture is drawing attention to women's rights in Brazil. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Light earthquake, 4.4 mag was detected near Havlulado in Tonga. Moderate earthquake, 5.1 mag was detected near Kupang in Indonesia. Minor earthquake, 2.88 mag strikes near Pinnacles in CA. Light earthquake, 4 mag strikes near Petrinja in Croatia. Minor earthquake 3.11 mag, 2 kilometers south by southeast of Pedra Gorda, Puerto Rico. Light earthquake 4.1 mag, 80 kilometers east of Gorontalo, Indonesia. Light earthquake, M4.4 quake has struck near Gisborne in New Zealand. Light earthquake, M4 quake has struck near Kirakira in Solomon Islands. Light earthquake, 4.3 mag was detected near Sola in Vanuatu. Moderate earthquake, M5.1 quake has struck near Port Ori in Vanuatu. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Stand tall, UN humanitarians. Sir Brian Urquhart, embodiment of the UN. 2021, Year of Living Dangerously? This is not a goodbye, Kenya, Asante na Kwaheri ya Kuonana. How women-centered digital platforms can enhance empowerment. Mining giant Rio Tinto face environmental, human rights complaint in Papua New Guinea. Wanted, affirmative legislation in the job market in Nepal. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Central Intelligence Agency rebrands as woke leftists and champions of diversity. After securing over $38 billion in U.S. aid for Israel, Kushner seeks potential $100 and kickback for his family bees. Statistician, lockdowns don't work because they force people to congregate in fewer places. Snyder, the United States has become a banana republic. The corporation that brought you asbestos baby powder is now seeking emergency authorization for their own COVID vaccine. Emergency COVID stimulus will likely reveal UFO documents. Mexico offers Julian Assange political asylum to avoid extradition to U.S. Russian hacking, NATO PSYOP revealed. Exclusive, over 432,000 votes removed from Trump in Pennsylvania, data scientists say. The Assange extradition ruling is a relief, but it isn't justice. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Rescuers in Norway lose hope of finding landslide survivors. With call, Trump shows no limit to his power grab. Did a bill pass that lets U.S. kids get vaccinated without parental consent? Study, warming already baked in will blow past climate goals. Remorseful man returns statue's stolen sword after 40 years. Trump rewards Ali Devin Nunes with Medal of Freedom. Trump appointed U.S. attorney resigns in Georgia. Tanya Roberts, Bond girl and 70s show star, hospitalized. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Fact-checking the Georgia Senate runoffs. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Loeffler's husband entangled in secret Gov surveillance operation. Scottish leaders on Trump trip rumors, stay the hell away, unless you're bringing tax records. This is the only face mask that doesn't make me break out. Let Nicolas Cage be your crazy curse word guide. Trump's neo-fascism takes America's racism to the next level. Don't believe the hype about the South African COVID strain. Trump just FK'd himself and his party in Georgia. The porn star defending herself against her accused rapist. Never seen this before, Dems unleash an army in Georgia. Borat 2 Feet director reveals what really happened with Rudy Giuliani, my jaw hit the floor. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Whole Foods CEO, Americans won't need health care if they just eat right. SpongeBob movie replica of David Hasselhoff hits auction block. Senator Grassley confuses DC over whether he will handle electoral certification. Vietnam jails journalists for propaganda critical of state. Eagles' questionable Nate Sudfeld decision crushed sportsbooks. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. What to expect for spaceflight and astronomy in 2021. Sky this month, January 2021. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Houston hospital offers workers $500 to get COVID-19 vaccine. Pharmacist allegedly had false belief vaccine would change DNA. UK orders strict lockdown as coronavirus variant surges. US tops 350,000 COVID deaths amid worsening pandemic. Experts fear spike of coronavirus cases after the holidays. COVID vaccination sites hit with overwhelming demand. UK warns of more lockdown measures as country fights COVID-19. US death toll tops 350,000 as COVID-19 holiday surge continues to slam hospitals. First case of fast-moving UK COVID-19 variant found in Colorado. WHO discusses new coronavirus strain circulating in UK. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. US records highest number of new COVID-19 hospitalizations. Husband in one of UK's first married couples with Down syndrome dies with COVID. Connecticut teacher who posed as teen on kit to trade child porn gets 70 months in prison. Voters head to the polls in Georgia with US Senate majority at stake. Minnesota man wielding firearm over maskless exercisers at LA Fitness subdued by Army veteran manager. Larry King out of intensive care unit amid COVID-19 battle. CIT, Tanya Roberts' boyfriend breaks down in TV interview while claiming he just got called that she's alive. Syracuse University delays spring semester start by 2 weeks. Trump says he'll fight like hell to hold on to presidency. Wisconsin pharmacist accused of purposefully spoiling COVID vaccine allegedly believed doses were unsafe. The following headlines are from military.com. Tri-West settles overpayment dispute with VA for $180 million. An orchard of bad apples weighs on new Afghan peace talks. South Korean tanker was boarded by armed Iran guard forces. Spec Ops colonel arrested in police standoff was subject of toxic command climate investigation. The military wants volunteers to test another COVID-19 vaccine candidate. The Pentagon has 6 months to disclose what it knows about UFOs. National Guard to deploy on D.C. streets as Congress needs to affirm Biden's victory. Guam, U.S. military agree to guidelines to prevent site damage. Air Force will employ influencers to boost recruitment in 2021. All 10 living former SEC deaths keep the military out of election dispute. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Coronavirus in Illinois updates. Here's what's happening Tuesday with COVID-19 in the Chicago area. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot says exponential increase of COVID-19 vaccines needed to fight spread of coronavirus. Half of CPS teachers expected to return to schools Monday failed to show up, as CEO calls out aldermen who oppose reopening plan. Why the concern now? Watch Live, CPS Chief Janice Jackson gives update on school reopening plan. Watch Live, Lightfoot, Dr. Arwady give COVID-19 vaccine update. Off-duty Chicago cop carjacked by thieves who tapped on her window with a gun and yelled, "Get out." Driver arrested after van strikes and kills pedestrian in Logan Square. Daywatch, COVID-19 vaccine confusion in Cook County, U of I saliva test moves closer to FDA approval and a real estate frenzy in Illinois. University of Illinois COVID-19 saliva test moves closer to FDA approval, but not fast enough to meet the demand. Every school district in Illinois would love to have this. Confusion ensues as Cook County changes course on its online COVID-19 vaccination form, filled out by 40,000 people so far. The following headlines are from phys.org. Machine learning improves particle accelerator diagnostics. Breaking through the resolution barrier with quantum limited precision. Rare footage captured of jaguar killing ocelot at waterhole. Deep T factor predicts transcription factors. Wood-inspired cement with high strength and multifunctionality. Superflare detected on an ultra-cool star. A clear path to better insights into biomolecules. Reading out qubits like toppling dominoes, a new scalable approach towards the quantum computer. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Tuesday, January 5th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Why we are prone to denial. Why do men have nipples? People have used they them as singular pronouns for hundreds of years. Geology is at a crossroads. COVID vaccines focus on the spike protein, but here's another target. What would Earth look like to alien astronomers? The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Big questions, Georgia tests battleground status, Trump era. Women's tennis schedule through end of Wimbledon released. West Virginia QB Austin Kendall enters transfer portal. Messages to betting pals that led to trip to soccer ban. Regulators get plan for undoing the Atlantic Coast Pipeline. 3 killed in flooding in southern Bolivian city of Sucre. Rep Young calls for bipartisanship while giving Pelosi oath. 6 ways your office will be different in 2021, if you ever go back to it. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Former Oakland building inspector accused of bribery fined $55,000 by Ethics Commission. 2021 preview, what's ahead for Bay Area arts, entertainment. 1950s style Mel's Diner closes permanently in Concord. Fired California cop charged with falsifying report and arrest of black man. Campbell crime report for the week of January 8. Berlin's Terry Nunn apologizes for playing Mar-a-Lago New Year's Eve gig, slams lack of regard for the pandemic at Trump resort. Check your stimulus payment status with IRS Get My Payment Tracker. Just 1% of Californians immunized amid slow COVID-19 vaccine rollout. There's a record-setting 150 miles per hour roller coaster coming to Saudi Arabia. When will you get your $600 stimulus payment, and how? The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Feds, business dump liquid landfill waste in Flint system. Vermont State House has batteries to protect against outages. Holyoke Soldiers Home trustees get new chairperson. Man charged in shooting death of Omaha real estate agent. Police, nearly a dozen goats have been shot and killed. Man fatally shot after encounter with off-duty Texas officer. No business has been fined under no tolerance COVID policy. 13th inmate dies of COVID-19 as virus hits prisons hard. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Following a spike in migrant deaths, a new law could help identify the dead. Trump may face prosecution, but not for his war crimes. FBI questions a Michigan Senate staffer after Zoom call about banning tear gas. Showtime documentary proves Trump is the 21st century Reagan. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Tuesday, January 5th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Researchers uncover a potential treatment for an aggressive form of lung cancer. New clues why gold standard treatment for bipolar disorder doesn't work for majority of patients. Ibrutinib with rituximab in previously untreated CLL, indication of added benefit over FCR. Dental experts discover biological imbalance is the link between gum and kidney disease. Midterm clinical trial results show similar outcomes in promising cell therapies for CLE. Mechanophores, making polymer crystallization processes crystal clear. Diet and lifestyle guidelines can greatly reduce gastroesophageal reflux disease symptoms. Non-immigrant kids respond differently when immigrant children are bullied. On the road to invisible solar panels, how tomorrow's windows will generate electricity. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. 40% of Chicago teachers and staff didn't report to schools as ordered, district says. John Muckler, coach who won 5 Stanley Cups with Oilers, dies at 86. Only 40% of workers at states' veterans' homes opt to get coronavirus vaccine, Hive updates. Bank robbery suspects briefly chased by Naperville police. Former Wisconsin QB Jack Cohen transferring to Notre Dame. Off-duty cop carjacked in Calumet Heights by gunman yelling, "Get out of the car." Number 20 DePaul women hit 13 three-pointers in win over Villanova. Carjacking victim dragged by own car in Bucktown. Gunman in ski mask shoot, kill man in Englewood apartment, police. Little village woman found shot dead in Lawndale. The following headlines are from Riverfront Times St. Louis. Josh Hawley says candlelight protest terrorized his family, Virginia neighbors. Bellwether's Brittany Van Hook graduated to her dream career. Long-running East Side strip club PT Centerville has closed permanently. St. Louis restaurant openings and closings, December 2020. Republican files legislation to legalize recreational marijuana in Missouri. Roger the Elephant just had his 28th birthday and, yes, you're old now. Hartman, an act of treason buy-in for Josh Hawley. Best Love Tarot readings online by Live, accurate Love Tarot readers experts. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Southwest Detroit Sale Club to offer free COVID-19 testing through April. Michigan legislators debase themselves to humor Trump, and his campaign is still harassing them anyway. 21 questions for 2021, the answers will define what kind of year this will be, for better or worse. 15 best free hookups 2021, meet local singles in your area. Governor Whitmer denied clemency for Temujin Kansu, a murder convict who claims innocence. Popular Republican Candace Miller says she won't run for Michigan governor. Michigan pet owners can now discuss cannabis treatments for their pets with veterinarians. Michigan's health department is distributing 3.5 million free masks as part of its Mask Up, Mask Right campaign. A second marijuana dispensary is opening in Hamtramck. Beloved arcade pinball Peeps launches GoFundMe, raises $90K in over a week. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Tuesday, January 5th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. 5 biggest Houston Texans off-season storylines. The Expanse on Amazon Prime keeps expanding its universe. John Allen Stephen shines on new album Return to Form. Joe Biden needs propaganda. Toxic masculinity makes crisis harder. Local health departments off to rocky start with COVID-19 vaccine rollout. HISD and COVID-19, up close and in person. The newest rockets for newbies. NFL Week 17 finale, Titans 41, Texans 38, 4 winners, 4 losers. Doctor Who, Daleks in the Mirror. The next headlines are about world records making news. High plus Q designated soybean variety sets world yield record, Illinois Soybean Association. Decathlon star Kevin Mayer is focused on one thing, winning gold in Tokyo, Olympic news, Olympics. World record holder seeks to sell record-breaking nails, WFXB. Age is just a number, 71-year-old deadlift 234 kgs, sets 4 world records in a day, News 18. 13-year-old Hyderabad boy sets world record in music, Telangana Today. 2020 Swami Awards, Male Swimmer of the Year Caleb Dressel, swam. Fastest elevator, lift, the Guangzhou CDF Finance Center sets world record Academy. Tiffany reveals a new diamond for the record books, townandcountermag.com. Black Ops Cold War player sets team deathmatch world record, Gaming Intel. The Marigold ring featuring 12,638 diamonds broke a Guinness World Record, Inside Hook. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Can you spot what's wrong with the UK's new H.G. Wells commemorative coin? FDA shoots down plan to extend vaccine supply with alternate dosing. I will be forever ruined by this incredible 8K alt, that also costs $20,000. Ditch the great suspender before it becomes a security risk. Bose's weird new earbuds don't go in your ears. We've hit the collectible gold mask stage of the pandemic. Updates from the Eternals, Star Trek, Discovery, and more. Viral 5G conspiracy diagram actually shows how to build your own guitar pedal. Grasslands may soon produce more greenhouse gases than they sequester. This robot plays the perfect sad trombone for 2021. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Nsabane in Swaziland at 106.88 degrees Fahrenheit or 41.6 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Verkhoy and Skich in Russia at minus 60.16 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 51.2 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Researchers make their own enzyme pathway to get CO2 out of the air. Cryptocurrency stealer for Windows, Mac OS, and Linux went undetected for a year. Nintendo's Power-Up Band, a physical key to Japan's upcoming Super Nintendo World. 2020's most disappointing games, as led by Blizzard's Warcraft 3, Reforged. There are an insane amount of cool space things happening in 2021. Hackers are exploiting a backdoor built into Zyxel devices. Are you patched? Gwyn Shotwell talks about selling fly-proven rockets, Starship. Synchronized violin players reveal uniqueness of human networks. Ticketmaster admits attacked rival company before it went out of business. Experts debate fiddling with vaccine doses as virus rages out of control. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Trump piles more pressure on Pence and falsely claims he can reject fraudulently chosen electors. Cite one example, Trump-loving lawmaker goes down in flames trying to defend election fraud claims. Impeach Trump again because America cannot risk his becoming president in 2024, ex-Solicitor General. Confusion erupts as GOP senator suggests Pence will not preside over certification of Biden's win. Raffensperger combats Fox News host on Trump tape, I don't understand how truth would jeopardize the country. Watch, even this Trump apologist cannot defend the president's Georgia call. Trump bypasses Department of Justice guidelines to install new U.S. attorney in Atlanta as he tries to overturn Georgia laws. GOP lawmakers plan to challenge Biden wins in at least 3 states, but don't want to debate past midnight. Fox and friends furious over new House rules on gender-neutral terms. Does Congresswoman change to Congress? Trump's detached from reality rant in Georgia shows his brain has been captured by fringe weirdos, CNN reporter. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Cry about it, Mike Pence. Coronavirus growth in Western countries, January 4th update. How the American diet turbocharges COVID-19. We come together stronger, Black Creek organizations are showing up for Raphael Warnock. Whose first draft of history? The Whigs blew up over slavery, will the GOP blow up over loyalty to Trump? Donald Trump's Georgia rally was, as usual, all about him. Have we really eliminated polling place bias against the poor and people of color? A fed-up Georgia official systematically destroyed Trump's tape election allegations, one by one. Let's be glad that Meghan McCain now supports paid maternity leave. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Explained, what is Proxima Centauri, the Indian Express? Human bodies aren't built for extraterrestrial life, and other observations from our healthcare panel's 2021 Outlook, News, MM&M, Medical Marketing and Media, Medical Marketing and Media. A new era in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, University of Rochester. Astronomist brings search for extraterrestrial life to Harvard, Harvard Gazette. SETI, new signal excites alien hunters, here's how we could find out if it's real, The Conversation UK. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Aptenics to participate in H.C. Wainwright BioConnect 2021 conference, Odessa, American. Aptenics announces recommencement of Phase 2 study of NICS 2925 in patients with painful diabetic peripheral neuropathy, Biospace. Might a safer version of a psychedelic help treat depression, Medical News Today. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. The scientific quest to stop our bodies aging, and the questions about how society would cope, in news. How to live longer, health expert reveals how science can stop and even reverse aging, Technocotex. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Tuesday, January 5th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Mysterious UFO filmed entering the ocean, police and FAA notified. Chrome-colored UFOs over Farmington, remembering the saucer armada. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Tuesday, January 5th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. True Strange News Fair Use Statement. No Views News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2020 by No Views News. All rights reserved.